Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the Byzantine Empire. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do in today's episode is go ahead and level up our admiral here. He has gotten the Seawolf trait, and so now we can get either Silent Hunter or Lancer. And while I do actually like Lancer better than the Silent Hunter, I'd like to get the Torpedo Expert over the Loading Drill Master. So we'll get the Silent Hunter, and he has another trait. So we're going to get the Torpedo Expert, which you can't get that if you get the Lancer. In fact, he has so many traits because he's been leveling up so much, he can get another one. Alright, so we were able to get all these ones available. If we had gone with the Lancer, we could have only gone with the Loading Drill Master. So yeah, that worked out nicely, and our submarine should perform a lot better. Let's go ahead and give them some more subs, replace these losses that we've taken here. And is this one with the attack subs? It is. Okay, so we'll send these guys over there as well. And this one can come on over to this one, which is likely repairing up. Alright, so next thing we need to do is go ahead and set up our operative. He's not doing anything. So let's go ahead and send him over to... Looks like there's no spawn available here. Well, yeah, we could go here against Yugoslavia. Do they have any troops here? Or are we just fighting their allies? Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of Yugoslavian troops, so it doesn't make much sense to send them there. We'll probably just have to put them here against Italy and Rome, or, you know, against the British in London if we want to get the bonus there. We're going to get another operative here, so, you know what, let's go ahead and put him in London. So at least we'll be getting the intel bonuses, no local ones, but that's okay. And the Japanese want us to join their faction. We're going to decline that. We're not interested in joining their faction. We've already got plans for what we're going to do with our faction. And looks like we should be able to easily cut off this division now and get all of our troops across the river. But we've got to stop anybody from getting over here. Because, yeah, they're coming back. So how much time do we have? They're taking the rails, so they'll be really weak, but there's a stronger division there. So we just need to stop them temporarily so we can get over here. Alright, so let's send another division over to Cairo, and then let's actually move all these troops over here so that we can get that one unit wiped out there. And we sunk 5 more Belgian convoys. Doing a great job sinking all these Belgian convoys over here. So yeah, they're probably taking a lot of casualties. I actually forgot to take a look at the casualties last episode. I suppose we can open by just quickly glancing at that. So we're sitting at 22,000. Okay, well that's not too bad. Let's see how we've done. So against the British, 141,000. Compared to just 9.2 thousand. Pretty damn good. Against the Italians, it's 8.7 thousand compared to 66,000. Wow. Yugoslavia, 4.7 thousand to 74,000. And then, yeah, really no other casualties. Any kind of significant number from other countries. But you can see against the Belgians, we've already killed 29,000 of them. So yeah, we're doing pretty damn good, guys. 15,000 against the Canadians. 21,000 of the Indians. Wow. Yeah, we've done a fantastic job when it comes to casualties, guys. Very impressed with our troops on that front. We no longer need to do that attack. So now we need to wipe out these troops. Let's go and start that attack there since we already have more guys coming over here to help us out. Alright, so we'll get that one unit wiped out. He's not completely cut off from supply. He does have the port here. I'm actually going to go ahead and try and get across this river as well. But yeah, he will get completely destroyed though. Alright, so we've taken that one. Alright, so this is going pretty well, guys. Let's go ahead and push forward here. And here. And then we'll attack there. Let's go and take a look, see what this decision here is about. Blowing the Suez Canal, which we don't want to do that. We'd only want to do that if we didn't think we'd be able to hold on to it. But the British no longer have control of the Suez. So if you get Spain involved, you can cut off the Mediterranean to the Allies. You know, if they just join any faction but the Allies, then the Allies will no longer have access to the Mediterranean. I mean, obviously the Italians still do, but they won't be able to get the assistance of the British, which will be a pretty big penalty for them because they kind of rely on their assistance. Alright, so let's go ahead and start pushing forward here because I'm noticing that the Allies are much weaker than they were before. Yeah, it's really just the Yugoslavian troops. It seems the Italians have pulled out. Yeah, you got one Italian division there, but it looks like the Italians have pulled out of this front. Okay. And let's go and attack here. I don't think we'll be able to get across the river to Alexandria yet. We're gonna have to wait. So we'll just do that attack right there. And seeing what else we can do here. Yeah, I guess we'll have to stretch the front out some, which isn't really advantageous to us. Yeah, but we'll go ahead and do that anyways. And then we got our national focus, which gave us 2 bonuses here. First we get that research slot, and then we also can now create factions. So that's a big one. And then we're going to go ahead and just continue moving through here to get the last of these. So this is going to be more non-core manpower, war support, and political power gains. So we'll take that. And then let's go and get something selected here for our research, which I am going to do the engines, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait to add all the extra stuff on our planes, like the drop tanks or the dive brakes, until after we have the better engines. So let's go ahead and get those. Also sunk a convoy there, an Italian convoy. All right, let's see how we're doing, because yeah, I really want to get control of all this territory if we can, rather than have the Austria-Hungary get control of it. All right, so we did win there. Excellent. Going to get across the river here. We already got somebody coming over here to help us out. Yeah, we'll get across the river there. Looking for openings. There's really not any. Let's send this guy over here rather than where he was going, and we'll attempt to attack Alexandria now with 2 divisions. So we are across the river, so that's helpful. And they are pulling divisions from Alexandria. And of course, they're getting all these convoys sunk going across the Mediterranean, which is quite foolish on their part. Yeah, they're just losing so many troops in the sea. A big part of the casualties we've caused has been from the convoy sinking. Let's go and do this attack here now, just to help out with that defense, so that we can then attack here, because I'm trying to ensure that Austria-Hungary gets as little territory as possible, and you see they already got this one here. So let's go ahead and have all these troops come over here. And just get rid of that front there. Now, if the Central Powers attacked us right now, we would be in a lot of trouble, guys. So let's hope they don't decide to do so. Because, yeah, that would put us in quite the pickle. I don't know what we would do in that case. Oh, yes, our faction. So we want to create the faction with the Americans. So I didn't really have anything planned here, anything really creative. So we're just going to be the new Roman Empire, and we put that in Latin. And it doesn't fit all through here, so hopefully it doesn't look too strange. I don't know that we can change faction names, because I don't think I've ever tried to do that before. So we might not be able to change it at all. But if we can, you guys can provide suggestions. But that's what we're going to go with, guys. Nothing really creative. We're just the new Roman Empire. And they did accept. I'll take a look and see if he can change the faction name. It doesn't look like it. I didn't think he could. And so yeah, now the United States is in a faction with us, and we can call them into the German-British War here. And so as far as how that'll affect them, just Canada, it looks like. Because, yeah, the Fourth International, we know we're not at war with them. We're also not at war with the Japanese faction. And so, yeah, they'll invade Canada first. And then we'll just have to see what all they end up doing after that. Because they could go into South America and go after all the allied countries here, Venezuela and Peru. And then the British territory that is here. So we'll see what the Americans do. I assume they will send some troops to assist us, though. Or hopefully they do. Alright, so we now have a faction with the Americans. Was not who I expected to ally with when I started this campaign, so that's been an interesting development. So looking for this option is utilize domestic film industry to get more war support. We really don't need war support at the moment, guys. We're doing pretty good on that front. Also, that invasion was canceled. So it looks like the British are no longer attempting an invasion of us. Alright, so the Americans have been called into the conflict. We got our troops here. Let's go after Alexandria now. Hopefully should be successful in that effort. And I think I might... Seeing how we can do this. Because we're going to need more troops over here. And yeah, this is not going to be successful anyways. Alright, so we're going to have to pull that back. Alright, so never mind then. I sunk 3 more convoys there. What we need to do is take one of these provinces here, preferably this one, to cut off access here and really let as many troops get down here as possible. That'd be our... Yeah, that'd be the best thing to have happen. And the Italians might just be using this in order to get down to their territory here, since they can't go through the Suez Canal anymore. And China actually wants to send us Lend-Lease. We're definitely going to accept that. More Italian convoy sunk there. Alright, let's go and do this attack here. And go and send this unit over here as well. We'll have him... Yeah, just go straight into that attack as soon as he gets here. We want to get all this territory that we can so the Austrians can't get it. And America is almost capable of assuming leadership here, simply because, you know, they have way more factories and troops and all that kind of good stuff, all the things that is important for assuming leadership. Now that we have our own faction, we can also become spy master. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can get another operative. And we did lose a submarine there, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll see the American fleet hopefully come and help us here in the Mediterranean soon. And so it's going to be a very different situation navally. I mean, everything's going to be different. Yugoslavia just capitulated. Excellent. Still got to take territory from them. But yeah, they did capitulate. Maybe we got a little bit of that equipment. How are we doing on the war score currently? 25%. That's not bad, guys. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad at all, considering how small we are. So we're going to go ahead and take this province here to cause the troops down here some issues with their supply. Now we also got the military police. That's helpful. We'll need less equipment for our garrisons. So yeah, that's going to be really nice to have. I want to go and get this plane stuff over here. So let's get the aircraft construction next. Yeah, I want to get all the plane stuff done. And then we'll start focusing on tanks. I mean, we're already building tanks, but we're going to be building more tanks. Yeah, they just got more troops coming over here. Alright, so we're going to stop that. But then also our fleet. Now, with the Americans as the ally, they're going to send us equipment, so that's going to be helpful. It's going to put a bunch of convoys in the sea, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, let's see if we can't get the win here. Try and get there before them anyways. And then we're going to also attack here and here. And then let's go and attack here. Alright, so they got there first. Let's go and attack this way then, get all of our troops going into this area. Alright, so they were able to take that. I guess it looks better on the map if they get control of all this territory here, and then we get these 2 provinces. So we need more troops. Equipment currently is the issue. Now we are getting equipment from allies and non-allies alike. And so hopefully we'll get those equipment shortages dealt with. We'll have to see, but yeah, basically this whole front here is now finished. We could help out there, but it's not necessary. Let's just go ahead and create a front here for now, just to make sure they can't push into this territory, because we just don't know if the Austrians will be successful here. You would assume so, but you never know for sure. And then what we can do is we can just take... I guess we're okay. We're not facing any naval invasions. But yeah, we don't want all these troops over here. That's a bit too much. Yeah, we don't have any more fronts except for over here now. So let's go ahead and take a few of these units. We'll just take these 4 infantry here and then put them into this army that's currently set to do the garrisons, so that you can bring more of these troops over to train. Because yeah, we got to get these guys trained up. So let's go and get another operative. So you can actually get some Americans, since they're our allies. But I think we're just going to go after her. She's a natural orator, and you know, there's really no good traits available, unfortunately, among our operatives. So yeah, we don't actually need all these troops over here again, but we're just going to keep them here for now. Just to make sure that that situation there gets dealt with. We're going to be getting a 3rd operative, but we need to assign this one. And we're going to send her to Rome. Alright, so the Italians are still sending troops over this way. But we have cut this off here. So let's go ahead and give them their own planning bonus. And then we're going to get rid of this planning bonus here and just do another one. Like so. And we don't actually want these guys leaving here. Okay, so this is what we need to do. And have them come over to this front. And so you just have the 2 divisions here currently, and that's fine. We need to send more troops over there, basically. I'm trying to get these guys trained up. We can't pull out too many divisions here until these guys get here, because then that will actually stop that one mission that's going. Yeah, we'll just let them take this. We'll just keep our troops here until they finish it. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with them. But yeah, we do need more troops over here, obviously. And they're trying to go to Cairo because we're sending 2 divisions here. That's strange. I'm not sure why we did that. I'm guessing it's because you have the separate fronts. Oh, because you got too many troops going over here, I see. Okay, so this is not how we wanted this to look. Just like that. That's all we wanted there. I'm not sure why they changed that up. Yeah, that messed it all up, and we left Cairo undefended, which would have been ridiculous to give that up. Alright, so they just have the 1 province left to take. I suppose we could just like kill them just for like experience. They'll probably get there first and get ourselves more war score as well. There we go. Alright, so now what we want to do is let's go ahead and take these troops. And we're just going to take all the ones that are here and put them into this army. Let's first get rid of any orders they currently have. Move them over here, and then give them the garrison duty in these 2 locations. Alright, so that should result in those units staying there. And then bringing more over. And then once we've gotten I think it's 4 and 3, then we can move these guys out and put them back into the training army so we can finish training them up. Because I do want to get the full training level. I suppose we could bring some divisions. Just don't want to bring my most experienced divisions here. We could bring some divisions over to here. I don't think it's going to be necessary just yet. Just going to stop that, move these guys over here instead. America already canceled their Lend-Lease. Well, that's interesting. Wonder why they decided to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and have this guy go here. And then we're going to see if we can't get him cut off and then wiped out. And let's see if we can't get across this river now. They left it open. Alright, so that's kind of an opportunity we've been waiting on here. For them to leave provinces open across the river. Alright, so we're just doing defense here, and they are working on cutting us off here. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually stop this attack. And do that instead. And I guess we'll keep that going just because it's successful, why not? We'll also support this attack as well. Let's see what we've done over here in the Mediterranean. Sinking more British convoys, it seems. Alright, excellent, as well as the Belgians who just keep on putting troops into the sea. Alright, so Austria-Hungary is now onto this front here with the Italians. And you would think they would be able to defend this. And we do not want Italy knocked out of the war right now. Not by the Central Powers. That would not be good for us. Not yet. And it seems that they're also holding off the Germans here. So what we need them to do is just exhaust each other. Fighting each other until we can get, first of all, the Americans over here to help us. And get our own issues sorted out. Because we have not done so yet. So if we can just work on our own stuff, our own problems. Then yeah, that'd be helpful. Alright, so once we finish up that defense there, this guy here will be cut off. And then we'll do our attack. Just try and get him wiped out. Alright, so let's have him stay on this front, attack up this way. He's going to stay here. This guy's going to stay here. And once he's doing that attack, we're going to support to get those 2 divisions wiped out. And unfortunately, somebody got here and then left. God damn it. These damn divisions. Just doing what they want to do. Alright. So, did we get all these troops over here? I mean, it looks like we should have enough to be able to pull some of these guys out at this point. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take some divisions and pull them out, put them into this army here, so they'll continue training. Actually, because all these divisions are already assigned here, what you can do is just take all these troops and put them into this front. Yeah, because you already have the 2 assigned there. I didn't realize that we had that already. Alright, so just let those train up. Although, let's take 2 divisions out and go ahead and send them over here. I don't want to send my really experienced troops over here, just in case we have to fight against Central Powers, because you never know what's going to happen. Or, you know, we could also face naval invasions, so that's becoming less and less likely. So these planes here don't need to be here any longer. So let's go ahead and move them where they would actually do some good. And, you know, I don't know if we're going to have these guys stay in the Aegean, because we haven't done anything there. So what we could do is instead have them come over here and help us out in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea, because we don't get as good a range over here in the Central. So we're going to move those, and then let's move these planes over to here to help us get better coverage in Egypt, since we are outnumbered in the skies. All right, so let's go move this guy here. We just have to hope they don't reconnect by taking that province there. And we have destroyed one of those divisions. All right, excellent. So now it's just a matter of getting this guy destroyed. Okay, so we sunk 4 more convoys there, and yeah, we're just continuing seeing very good success throughout. Right, excellent. That's exactly what we need to see. Alright, so sending them 2 more divisions. Let me make sure that those 2 divisions are taking the rails, and of course they're not. So let's go ahead and fix that. Germany has their anti-Soviet pact. Now we're going to have them take the rails over to here. And let's go ahead and do this attack. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. How much time do we got? Not a lot. I'm going to try and get that division wiped out. And then let's pull this guy back here and attack right there. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so that worked out for us. So we'll get this here taken, and then he'll come back down to this southern front. And then let's try and get across to Giza now, which is currently undefended. And then we'll try and get a win here and get these units cut off. Alright, so a couple things here. It looks like we can get an air doctrine. So as far as which one do we want first, I'm kind of thinking the air superiority bonus. Yeah, let's do that one. Yeah, we'll get that one first. And then we have some more naval battles here. Yeah, these are all just a few convoys sunk. Alright, excellent. So yeah, no naval invasions over here. The Americans are into the conflict and thus are probably focusing, as you can see here, very much focusing on Canada and pushing forward here and getting all that taken care of. Alright, so things are really going quite well for us. Let's actually pull back here so these guys go to this province instead. Alright, so we are almost completely across the river. It's just that air base in Alexandria that we currently don't have. We got the improved artillery upgrades. That's a nice passive bonus for us. And we're just going to continue down these because we are behind. I mean, we're behind across the board when it comes to tech. And part of that's because we didn't have that 5th research slot for so long. But there's more to it than just that. Also, we never got the material designer here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this. That'll actually improve what we're working on now. That'll be helpful. And, you know, I was thinking that political power is going to be useless at this point, but that has not been the case. We have all kinds of things that we need to use political power for right now. Let's go and attack here. That'll get an air base for us, and also cut off these 2 divisions here. Let's go and stop that. We'll just have to focus on defense here for now. Hope that they're able to win until we get these 2 other divisions, because we're going to send one of them down here, and the other one can come on over here. Alright, so things are going really, really good so far. Yeah, surprisingly well. Getting these trained up here, these 10 divisions. And yeah, we'll just leave these here in the homeland for now. Remember, if we send too many troops down here, we'll exhaust the supply. So now we need to attack here to get these 2 units wiped out. And then we'll try and push further south. Again, this is not where we're going to want to leave it, but the key here is to get at least to like El Alamein. They did leave their airbase open, so let's take advantage of that. You know what? Let's go get El Alamein now and ensure that these units can't leave. And then we'll be able to wipe them out. The airbase here is going to be super helpful as well. So we'll go ahead and move all our troops over there. It's just closer. Alright, so waiting for another division to come over here. And, well, you look at that. Spain, while we know we can't create the faction with them, they want to give us some Lend-Lease, so we're going to accept that. Bulgaria is still giving us Lend-Lease too, which is surprising considering the fact that we're a potential enemy of theirs. They have to be concerned at this point when you completely surround their country. Yeah, you'd assume that they're concerned. So we're still trying to finish this up, and then we can move the troops out of here. It's 38 days to get that done currently. Because, yeah, we actually are exhausting supply here. Well, considering the fact that we should have enough with just these guys, we could probably take them off their order now. And then move them elsewhere. Could move them over here, but again, I think it would just cause supply problems. We don't have any other fronts to be on, so we could just go here on the Bulgarian front. But yeah, I don't think we're going to do any of that. I'd like to set up naval invasions. We're still waiting for the Americans to get over here. We don't have control of anywhere we can do naval invasions. But yeah, maybe set up a naval invasion here, so once we do get control of this side of the Mediterranean, we can do that invasion. Obviously, this is overkill if we send all of them, but we'll just do that for now. Suppose we can look at doing another location, but yeah, I guess there's not really anywhere. And the Italians are being pushed forward there. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, we'll set these guys up to do this invasion here. And then maybe just so we don't have all of them over there, just do like a fallback line of a few units. Just so you're not sending too many of them across the sea onto an island and then having them sit in the same province, potentially causing issues there. And then let's make sure all these ones are assigned to this. Okay. So yeah, we'll have them attack Cyprus, you know, once we get control of this sea zone here, which I'm just hoping that the Americans will come and assist us. But they are also engaging in their own conflicts over there. We did get the concentrated industry, excellent. We'll go after that construction next, construction 4. Though we have not got the rubber ones yet. How are we doing on the rubber? Now that we've built some of those, we're still not doing great. Also, we're not using our factories. So we're going to need to get another synthetic refinery here. Let's go ahead and do it. Have a nice 100% bonus there, so we'll do it here. And we'll probably need one more, actually. So yeah, we'll do another one here. And then we need more military factories. Also need more civilian factories, though. Let's work on the military factories for now. So we're going to need a couple more of these going. And then we'll do a civilian factory here in Constantinople. So I should keep them busy for a little while. Alright, so let's see what's gone on over here. We did take El Alamein. Fantastic news. We also wiped out the troops there. That's great news, too. Need to keep this one unit here. So 4 divisions total onto this front. Need to make sure we beat that guy. We'll be there in 1 day and 4 hours, so we'll have to attack him there. Stop him from advancing. And what we'll want to do is make sure we're not attacking across the river here. And then we'll try and wipe out these troops. And then we'll bring this guy. Well, actually, I'll just wait till these guys get there, because he's almost there. And then he will have to stay here. And we can actually push the front forward, I suppose, but let's give him a front first, though. We got to be careful. And they are attempting to go across there, and I actually want them to go across there, so we're going to let them. Before we do our attack, we will let them go across there, because that's in our best interest. Alright, so now let's do the attack here. We'll have to pull 1 unit back and have them attack there. Just so that, and across the river as well, we're going to do that, just so they can't leave. And then hopefully we can get these guys completely wiped out here. So it seems like they're sending another troop convoy here, though. We got another operative, excellent. Let's see if we got any better options this time. We actually have some better trades. Well, we have a seducer. Apparently he's a sexy thing here, so we're gonna recruit him. So we have one in Rome, we have one in London. And so I think we should probably use him to deal with this garrison problem. We have some resistance. I guess the resistance isn't that bad. But yeah, we are having some resistance problems in the locations where we have not cored yet. Which we should be able to core this here. I don't know if they'll let us core Romania. We'll have to see. But I believe we can get cores all throughout here. Eventually. So yeah, maybe have them help with the garrisons. And what I'm thinking is probably the Romanian one. It's a little bit higher here, obviously. But you're going to affect more areas here that have higher resistance total. So we'll put them over here. It's going to reduce our need for equipment and stuff for the garrisons, because that's really what's causing us some issues, I think. Now we got the next agency branch upgrade. Let's go after commando training, so maybe we'll have a better chance of getting some commandos. And we need this guy here. Well, it looks like we should be able to get there now. Alright, so hopefully we can get Alexandria soon before we actually force that guy to retreat. Alright, excellent. Yeah, that worked out nicely. Okay, so now let's go and attack. And we'll get that unit wiped out. There we go. So Alexandria is ours. But there might be more divisions coming, so this is what we need to do. We need to take one guy and have him on a fallback line. Just to cover any other troops that might be coming over here. Then we're going to bring more divisions over here. And then he will come over here. And then let's go ahead and push forward. So things are going very well in North Africa. Killed a ton of British troops over there. And so here, like I said, I don't want to push all the way down. I just don't want to get embroiled in a conflict over here in East Africa. And so what we want to do is just go to a location where we have like the shortest front. I don't know if it's oh yeah, actually it looks like this would be it here. So 1, 2, 3. I think that's the shortest potential front. You could go all the way down here to get control of all Egypt, I guess. And then you have a 3 front, or it's a 4. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we want to make sure we took control of all of Egypt, then we'd have to go down to here. I suppose we can do that, guys. Yeah, I mean, that's one extra province. But let's do it anyways. Alright, so we're going to push that far down, which means you need the 4 divisions. We have 5 coming, or, you know, we'll have 5 total. And we'll have that one come down there just to help us push it forward. We're still training up these troops as well. Trying to get them up to the full training. And then we have this guy too who will leave eventually. And we don't actually want to keep pushing them back. We want to cut them off. So let's go this way. So we can't, see if we can't get around him. Alright, bring this guy over here. Yeah, just try and cut him off. And then we'll see if the Italians are going to defend Libya at all. Let's hope they don't. They're still fighting over here against the French, just having a lot of issues there apparently. Haven't seen any Americans come over here yet. Again, I think they're not going to help us too much until they finish up over here against Canada, which they're pretty close to having done. Yeah, just about finished up in Canada. Looks like our field marshal finally got himself a new trait. Okay, so we're going to do the organization first for the reinforce rate. Yeah, that'll be helpful. Alright, so yeah, we're going to try and get around this guy by going up this way. Should have that taken soon. And it looks like nobody else is coming over here, but we're still going to wait to pull that guy back. Alright, so now we need to work on getting troops cut off here. These ones. See if we can't make that happen. We'll let that guy get over here and then come up behind him. So let's go and push forward here as well. And then we'll go this way. So we just need to let him leave. There we go. Oops, my bad, guys. I want that guy to go this way. And then we have sunk 3 more Italian convoys. And we cut this unit off here. Alright, beautiful. And then we're going to try and get around this guy as well. And I think that's good enough. Let's go and send this guy over here. Hopefully nobody comes up behind us. Because remember that if they were already sent to go to that port, you know, they're given that order before you took it, then they will just be able to go there without doing a naval invasion. Still don't have control of the Eastern Mediterranean just yet. It's kind of difficult to do that with just the submarines. And I'm hesitant to put our main fleet out there right now because they are so crappy. I know they're not great. And so you can make the argument, oh, what's it matter if you keep them around? Since they suck anyway. But yeah, I'd prefer to have them rather than not. And so I don't want to just sacrifice them, you know? Alright, so let's go ahead and have these guys push forward while this guy takes this here and he goes over here. Try and get them bottom up into one province, and then we'll do our attack. And then here we're going to attempt to cut these guys off by taking these provinces. Alright, let's go and do the attack here now. And that's another, what is it, 4 divisions? Yep, 4 divisions, mostly Italian. So very helpful. And this guy's coming over there for some reason, so let's bring him back over to this front. Not entirely sure why he wanted to move to the far away front, other than it's the AI and they do silly things like that. So we need to get those medium tanks. Again, I don't think we're going to actually bother designing those and building them right now. Let's just go to the 1940s, guys. So we'll get that researched. We still also need to get the armor and the engines. We'll go and start with this, since they do take longer to get the actual models built up. Alright, yeah, we do have enough troops here to get that decision finished here in 3 weeks. We'll have it done. And then we'll have to worry about that anymore. Alright, let's go and push forward here. It looks like there's nobody here to stop us, so we'll just push forward. Alright, so let's have this guy attack here and see if he can beat the unit in Lux or no. So we'll have to attack there until he gets over there, get him cut off. Still working on wiping out these units here. So let's go and support that. And then once they're done, we'll all of them come down here. Make sure we got a planning bonus here as well. And yeah, we'll just take the Egyptian states. And let's also make sure these guys continue to advance. So we're going to have them go up along the coast to Benghazi, while this division goes this way towards Benghazi. And then he's going to go through here. Alright, so we got 2 more convoys sunk there, 1 there. We lose a submarine here. We did. We lost 1 submarine there. And it looks like we don't have any more that we need to replace. So we'll just let another task force build up and then we'll send them out there. So yeah, things are going well in the Mediterranean, which I'm just so surprised with the Italian and British fleet here. I just thought they would just sink all of our submarines really rapidly. Well, that's not what happened. Very surprising development there. Right, let's go and attack here. Actually, let's stop this attack here and then have him attack. Well, these guys push forward. I think 1 division should be able to get that task done. Yeah, he should be able to take that guy out. While we push forward over here. And let's just make sure that we're... Yeah, we weren't. So let's go and take that. Let this guy go through here. And the Italians are not defending Libya. So we're taking it over without a fight. Okay. And we'll have to take our planes and move them to this airbase here. So we'll have some support in Libya. And we can even give them the more ground crews. And the Dominican Republic, well, that's interesting. They joined the Spanish faction. Because didn't it... Oh, you know what? Haiti's not involved. I think that those were all... Yeah, they were previously in the Allies. And so they have been pulled out of the Allies, likely due to a Spanish focus. Did it make them into a subject? No, they're not a subject. So yeah, the focus pulled them out of the Allies and then brought them into the Spanish faction, which unfortunately means that Spain is actually going to be an enemy. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I was hoping that they would be joined in against the Allies, but you know what? Maybe it's for the best, because you can see the British are losing France, and so Spain comes in here, and then that causes problems. So maybe it's for the best that they're going to be pulled in against the Central Powers, as well as us, of course, but the Central Powers will have to fight them. That means that France will likely be done for over here, with Spain helping out, and then Italy will be able to redirect their troops over here. So it's hard to say exactly what the effects are going to be total, but yeah, there will be some effects. Now let's go bring these guys over here and just get these last couple provinces taken over. Okay, and now they're joining the Central Powers. Okay, all kinds of crazy stuff happening there in the Americas right now. So I'm just kind of have to watch and see how things develop over there. So yeah, we'll go this way. He'll continue down here. Make sure he's going onto this front, and then our planes are moving to the closer airbase. Though, we'll actually have it overstaffed, so let's bring some of those back. Yeah, we don't want to have any situation where we're overstaffed here. There's not any other fronts where we're currently fighting. Are there any planes in the sky over here? There are not. Okay, I was going to say maybe we might want to bring our own fighters to assist us there. I suppose they do have carriers and stuff, not in this fleet. But I can see bringing one air wing of fighters here. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring one air wing of fighters. We'll do this one here. And have them help us out. In fact, we should probably go here. This is a closer airbase. So that we'll have some fighters here. But you still have it overstaffed even after you pull that out. So what you're going to need to do is bring one of your fighter wings. We'll just bring this one. Yeah, this one has better range. So we'll bring this one back. Just you're not getting the overstaffed penalty. Okay, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how things develop in the Americas, because things are kind of flip-flopping, going all over the place. Everybody's joining different factions. Alright, so we have reached where we want to. Now, we could continue conquering, but again, I just don't want to go into this area. You're not really getting much resources or factories, a little bit of rubber here, I suppose. But you're not getting much, and we're just not interested in conquering this territory. I just don't want to get involved down here, guys. So we're just going to set up a defense with the 4 divisions, so we can actually take one unit, have them come over here now, and then have the rest of these sit over here. Though it should be one of the ones that needs training. Okay, so what we'll do is take this guy and have him come over here, so that we can train them up over there. And they are attempting to go into Benghazi. They had some units that were assigned to go there. And what we'll want to do is, so we don't have any issues here, just like we did with Alexandria, go ahead and set up a fallback line just to make sure that they don't come up behind us and take that territory, because obviously that would cause us some issues. And you can see they do have convoys going throughout here. There's some convoys there. There's another one there. And we lost a submarine here. Alright, so we got our focus, which is going to let us get the last focus in this branch to get those restore the Byzantine Empire decisions. I don't know if those are the ones that will allow us to core the rest of our territory, or if they just give you war goals. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's ones that give you the ability to core other territory. Let's go and push forward here now, and that'll be the end of this. And then what we'll do, eventually want to train these guys up, so I get their full training done. And then let's just go and advance up along here. As long as we're not facing any enemies, we'll just keep on pushing forward with the divisions that we currently have there. And let's see how we're doing on the training here. Still training up. And yeah, I can't do that invasion because we just don't have control of the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. What we could do is, instead of having these guys here, which I don't even think there's any enemy ships. Well, there are some enemy ships here. Instead of having them do that, oh, we're facing some potential naval invasions. Okay, so they want to invade this side. Okay, so we're going to need to change up what we're currently doing here. Well, we can't set up a actual area defense, so we're going to have to do fallback line and pull them off of this. I'd actually be okay with some invasions being successful as long as they didn't take a port. Yeah, let's go ahead and just set up some basic fallback lines in these ports. Just to make sure that they aren't successful in taking any. Let's do... It's this one here. So we'll have them go there. And so far that's the only locations that are currently being invaded. But we're also going to send one to Athens, I suppose. So you have those two, so we need them to take off so I know which ones aren't assigned anywhere. So we'll also do one here. And yeah, we'll just have to kind of react based on where they're setting them up. They might be successful landing there since these aren't dangerous, which means they've already been sent. But yeah, what I could do here is take this fleet. This is what I was talking about before I noticed those naval invasions, is we're going to take them off the strike force and instead have them do the naval invasion support over here and see if that'll allow us to launch those. So yeah, they should start heading on over there. And then, you know, that might be enough. Maybe not, though. They're not actually going over there. That's interesting. Come on, guys. Not entirely sure why they're not going on their own to the port where we actually have the invasion set up. Hopefully they don't get engaged along the way, because it wouldn't take much to destroy that really pathetic fleet that we have. It's not a powerful fleet. Alright, so we have control of these zones, guys. So that's it. We're just going to have them sit here for now. We might create a separate front. Or, excuse me, a separate army for now. Yeah, let's create a separate army. And we'll give them a commander. Doesn't have to be anybody really impressive. Maybe the level 2 guy down there. Can also give him the hill fighter. Yeah, I guess we'll give him. And it looks like Dracos has a trait he can get. Is that just guerrilla fighter? Just guerrilla fighter. Okay. So yeah, we'll give him a different commander here so that we can let them train up, since there's nobody here opposing us. So let's let those train there. Eventually, for defensive situations like that, we just want defensive units. We don't have any of those designed yet, so we need to do that. But right now the problem is equipment. We can't build anything. We don't have any equipment, guys. We're just so short. And so we need to get our equipment shortages dealt with first. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to get, I think, is the decryption power. I know that takes those 10 factories, but otherwise we're never going to get the decryption done. We've been working on Italy for quite some time. Alright, so this guy should be good to go to come back over to this front. Let's go ahead and give them a planning bonus, because I think we are going to start to see some Italian resistance now. I mean, if not here, then by the time we get to Tripoli, there's at least one division there currently defending it. So we got the aircraft construction. So now we're just waiting on getting the engines here in 24 days, and then we're going to redesign many of our planes. So as we can go ahead and get the heavy machine guns. I suppose we're really investing pretty heavily in our... What faction is Sweden in? Okay, they're in the 4th International. Yeah, I suppose we don't really want to give anybody access to our territory. And we can go in and get rid of this here. But yeah, really trying to focus on the planes some. I know it's a really tiny air force that we have, but we want to make it better. Try and make it as good of an air force as possible. And so I think that this is, yeah, that's that invasion there. And you see that they do now have a port, and our troops are just taking their sweet old time to get over there. So we need to go ahead and set these guys up now to destroy this invasion. Which means we're going to actually bring all these guys over here. And they will get a port because we just didn't get over there quick enough. I should have checked them, because you can see they weren't taking the rails. So now they're just going to take too long to get over there. Alright, so that's a problem. Because yeah, they are going to get a port now. And so we're dealing with an invasion that could end up becoming fairly large. A real problem. Now we did sink a ton of convoys here. Yeah, a ton of convoys. So that was helpful. But yeah, gotta get over here, guys. You can see we are losing territory now. So that's a problem. And I can't pull all these guys off. You could potentially pull one from each location off. but that would be it. And in fact, because we're not going to be able to do this invasion anytime soon, we should probably pull these guys over here as well. Maybe just leave one. Yeah, we'll just leave one. And then bring them over here too, because we're about to lose territory here. And we are losing territory, but yeah, this is going to become much worse by the time we get there. So let's hurry up and get these troops over here. Yeah, we have to leave some of these here to finish up this thing. Is it done? It might be done. We just didn't get a notification about it. It seems like it's done here. So that should have removed... Yeah, that removed the penalties here. Alright, so we actually don't need these troops here anymore. So what we're going to do is let's keep one around for the just to have the training army. And move the rest over here to deal with this invasion that we're having problems with. And then we're going to move the area defense over to Constantinople. And maybe here as well. Just get rid of these zones. Alright, so they'll move over to there and do the training around our capital. Alright, so we're sinking all these convoys across here. Yeah, it's a real shame that invasion is all a success. And we actually don't want to defeat this division, so let's just stop that. And let's try and get behind them. Still waiting for more divisions to come over here. Let's make sure they're taking the rails over here. Still haven't got a single division over here to stop this invasion. Yeah, this is not great, guys. Because, yeah, they're taking the territory pretty rapidly. We should probably move, because this is more imperative, and plus these guys are only going to have limited usefulness here. Let's go ahead and move planes over here. And do we want... I guess we'll keep some fighters there. Yeah, we need to move everything we have over to here right now. Yeah, we can fit them all over here. Although we have two separate zones here. But yeah, let's get these planes moving. Really focus on the situation here. Let's not attack there. So we can try and push these guys back into the sea. And typically these end up being beneficial to us because we end up wiping troops out and completely destroying units. So I just gotta wait for all these troops to get over here. And still sinking all these convoys as well that are coming through here. So that's giving us more opportunities to sink convoys. And unfortunately, because I'm not paying attention over here, we did lose the ability to cut these troops off here. We'll have this guy go up this way. Alright, let's come back over to this front. We don't want them doing this silly attacks here. Let's just get around here. Guess we're going to take that province and we'll try and get behind him and get him destroyed. Yeah, just got to get our troops over here. Give them time. And then let's see how we want to do this. So he'll get there in 7 hours. We need to cut him off. We'll still be connected here. But yeah, if we go here... Not sure how we want to do this. Because we're still just waiting for troops. Let's attack him because we can beat him back and then take this province and then he's still cut off. Try and stop him for now. But yeah, often these invasions are beneficial because you are able to completely wipe out units. Tripoli is going to be wide open here. And yeah, we'll try and get up behind these guys. Let's have them go this way. Him go that way. And then he's actually going to go this way. Alright, so yeah, they did turn this into a fairly large invasion here because we weren't defending our territory. And we knew we were going to face invasions from the British. I mean, it's not surprising. It's to the surprise of no one. We don't want that one. We want this one here. So let's go and do that. And just waiting for more troops to get over here. But yeah, in the long run, I think this will be beneficial to us. Because, like, we're going to take that province there. And, like, now all these troops here are completely cut off from supply. Question is, are we in both air zones? Yeah, so we do need to move planes over to the other air zone. So let's have the smaller air wings over here. so that we're getting bonuses in both locations. Alright, so the port has been taken. That means it's stopped any more from coming in here. We still got to get this port here. So let's actually stop this here. I'll have that guy attack while he moves over here. Oh, okay, that didn't work out. Alright, so let's just instead go over that way. And let's go and grab the port behind him. And then we need to have somebody grab that province, somebody come over here and help defend this, and then I suppose we'll help push him back here. So yeah, I mean, they're on the verge already of being cut off and wiped out. And is there any territory France has that we want? I mean, they're so irrelevant at this point. France is pretty much done for. Alright, so let's see how things are going over here. Looks like the Italians, again, were able to get out. Damn it. Alright. Actually, let's go this way and try and get that division cut off. It's difficult to cut off troops when you're... Oh, they got troops over here, so they could push us back. But there's only one troop that is currently training, so I suppose it's fine. Yeah, it's difficult to cut off troops and get them wiped out when you're over here concentrating on a more important front. Which this is definitely, you know, obviously, the more important front here. Alright, so we should have that port taken, and now they have no ports. Okay, so this is a lot of troops that we'll be able to get wiped out. You just gotta, you know, do so. That guy's already moving over there, currently defending here. It's also letting our submarines sink their troop convoys that are attempting to come in here. Let's go and attack here and start wiping out these troops now. We need to make sure these guys don't leave either. And we'll have this guy help out. Alright, so this unit here is ready to be wiped out, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we want to take over these provinces here. We already have that guy going this way, so let's have him go over here. And then we'll attack them a bit later. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of troops. I mean, not a lot, but 8, 9 divisions total. Cut off from supply and then completely wiped out. So yeah, that's casualties that we wouldn't have been able to do to them if they hadn't done this attack, this naval invasion. So naval invasions are often beneficial for you, as long as they don't get out of control, don't get out of hand. They can be quite beneficial. Alright, so we'll have to finish that up next episode. We're going to end this one by just taking a look at the total casualties. America's already taken 13,000 casualties, while we've taken 34,000. 15.5 of those were from the British, so almost half, while we have killed 280, almost 81,000. Wow. That is insane. Look at that kill-death ratio, guys. Yeah, we've done absolutely fantastic against them. The British Malaya, we've killed 3.1 thousand. Looks like they should be capitulating soon. The Belgians, we've already killed 58,000. They're not even on here for us. With India, we've killed 34,000. Italian East Africa, we've killed 18,000. They're also not on here. Italy, we've killed 188,000 compared to the 10,000 they've killed of ours. Wow. That's like 18 kill death ratio right there. Canadians, we've killed 17,000. The Americans killed 27,000. So yeah, you see America's all up in here as well. 11,000 of nationalist South Africa. They killed 1.3 thousand of ours. And are we now at war? Okay, so we're at war with these three because they used to be in the Allies. But we have not had Poland and Spain pulled in against us. We can expect that to eventually happen here. Also, it looks like our general now has the ability to get the infantry expert. All right, fantastic. Those are the type of traits we want to get here. So his infantry units, which is pretty much all we have here. We have nothing but infantry in this campaign. They'll be better on the attack. All right, so we'll be finishing up this invasion, wiping out this invasion. We'll continue training up our troops. Hopefully we'll be able to start doing some invasions of our own. Eventually the Americans will bring their fleet over here and help us out. Of course, they got to finish up their own issues. So we'll be taking care of that, and we should be able to get the rest of North Africa taken over. We're not at war with France, so we won't be able to go this far. But honestly, I actually only wanted to get up to probably old Carthage here, Tunisia. You know, that was kind of really the only goal was to get that far, so this is all just kind of extra anyways. So we're going to take all that over, because I assumed we wouldn't go to war with France. So I was thinking we wouldn't be able to get this. I was thinking it was just going to be Libya. But this was obviously desirable just because Carthage. But yeah, we'll take as much as we can since the Italians have taken that from France. So we'll take over all that, and then we're pretty much done in Africa, guys. I don't think we're going to advance any further. Instead, we're going to either focus on trying to get some naval invasions launched while building up our army, continue to build up the army and the air force, and then the fleet as well, and continue trying to get some naval invasions launched against the Italians, or we could even start up the war against the Central Powers. We could do that. That'd be an option, set up our troops here. Now you can see that Germany is now at war with the Fourth International as well. Okay, so I missed that. And so now you got this conflict breaking out here. And it seems that the Polish-Spanish faction is at war with the Fourth International too. So you got this whole front going. So we're like the only ones right now who aren't at war with the Fourth International, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Which, how is Mexico doing over here? They're just about wiped out, but they're still fighting. Okay, so yeah, just a crazy world war here where just everybody's at war with everybody else. As you see, it doesn't matter who you click on, they're surrounded by red. Just everybody at war with everybody, with the exception of our faction, of course, which, you know, we are only at war with the Allies. So yeah, we could join in on this madness and go to war with the Central Powers while they're distracted with this conflict over here. And I think that would be in our best interest, not to wait until after they finish up on the continent here, because then we'll be in trouble. I think it is in our best interest to invade while they are still fighting the British in France and Italy. So that would be an option, or we could just invade Italy. But the problem with that, of course, is we don't control the seas, so invasions are going to be difficult. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.